The Bible only has authority to the degree that we grant it authority, and that is a messy process. Hey everybody, I'm Dan McClellan. I'm a scholar of the Bible and religion, and the fit for this video is the Mignola Hellboy. And I want to use the two different creation accounts at the beginning of Genesis to illustrate how messy this process can be. See, the creation account that runs from the second half of Genesis 2:4 through to the end of Genesis 3 is the earlier of the two creation accounts. It was probably written down somewhere around the 7th century BCE, and it presents a certain understanding of God and a certain representation of creation. Later on, we have the creation account that runs from Genesis 1:1 to the first half of Genesis 2:4. This is the priestly creation account, which was probably composed somewhere close to the end of the 6th century BCE, and it was intended to correct and supersede the earlier creation account. So it says very different things about God and about creation. So, which one is authoritative? If you say that the story in Genesis 2 and 3 is authoritative, you're rejecting the authority of the priestly creation account. If you say the priestly creation account is authoritative, you're rejecting the authority of the earlier creation account. If you say they're both the same, then what you're doing is appealing to the authority of whoever put them together on a single scroll. And whoever that was did not compose a single word of either creation account. They were not an author of the biblical text. They were an editor of the biblical text. And so you're already assigning authority to someone who renegotiated what the authors themselves actually said. But it gets even more complex than that, because the only reason we're having this discussion is because these 3 chapters are in the Bible. And no one who wrote a single syllable of the Bible ever knew about the Bible. The delineation of what would be in the Bible did not occur until centuries after the deaths of every last person who was ever responsible for writing any word of the Bible. And so when we talk about the authority of the Bible, we're ascribing authority to the decisions made by post-biblical editors and ecclesiastical and thought leaders within early Judaism and early Christianity who made decisions about what was going to stay in and what was going to come out. And so there are several different layers of authority that we can ascribe to the Bible. And which one is correct? There is a right answer to this. And the answer is whichever one we need to be correct. Because there's no authority inherent to or innate within the Bible. We assign the authority to the Bible based on the needs and interests of the tradition with which we identify. And so in a given circumstance, if we need the earlier creation account to be authoritative, that's where we're going to place the authority. If we need the later creation account to be authoritative, that's where we're going to place the authority. If we need whoever compiled the biblical text and decided this is the canon of the Bible, if we need that to be authoritative, that is the level at which we're going to place the authority. Because the Bible has no inherent authority. We grant it authority based on where we need the authority to be located.